Third and final topic today. I saw Field of 68 did a video, and it's one that I think we've discussed early in the offseason too, but just teams, like listing every team that could win a national championship. How many are there? And they called it their title tier. I think we had 11 or 12 teams that were like, they could win a national championship. I want to flip this and do player specific. What players could win National Player of the Year? How many are there? Where do we draw the line? I want to start by saying this. I think we all think Braden Smith's gonna win National Player of the Year. I think we all think there are probably 3 to 4 real candidates that could take it from him. But for the sake of this exercise, and again, we're not wishing anything on anyone. For the sake of this exercise, we almost have to just assume that like Braden Smith and JT Toppin underwhelm somehow. I don't know what that would be, but let's just assume there is a world where the obvious candidates don't necessarily fulfill it. So then we can draw a line and stretch our imaginations a little bit further. Let's start with the obvious. Braden Smith and JT Toppin could win it, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I
All
think
right.
Braden Purdue's so good it might actually hurt Braden's chances.
Yep. I think that's totally fair. All right. I'm going to let you lead from here. Where do you want to go next?
Um, I think one freshman has to be on the list, and I know like AJ and Cam are the obvious ones. I think it should be Darren Peterson though. I think Darren Peterson has the most opportunity at Kansas to be. He's like the solo star. I think he has the most opportunity to kind of like individual stats wise on a good team type of thing.
So I would argue, I didn't know how quick we would get there, but I think Darren Peterson should be on the list. I think Cam Boozer has to be on the list. He could literally take Cooper Flagg's role. I think AJ DeBonta has to be on the list because if he has a Zion-esque season, he becomes the story of the sport. It could happen. I think if we're doing this, I think Michael Brown might need to be on the list.
If Mike Kell's on it, I want to argue for A Cuff too.
So Acuff to me, situationally, I see the argument. But I don't think it's realistic that a Calipari point guard on a team with DJ Wagner still could win that award.
But that would be my case for why Mikal shouldn't be on it either, though. There's so many guards on Louisville. Like I don't know if he will have the same chances that the other guys will.
You don't think there's any like just what Mike Hell's shown you this summer hasn't popped enough for you to throw that aside?
It has. It has. Like I think Michael is still like a phenomenal player, don't get me wrong, like top 5 to 10 pick in the draft. Conwell's amazing, McNeely's amazing. I think you have to get the ball in Wooley's hands somehow. Like
McNeely's all right. Like I'm a Louisville guy now too. I like this team, but I want to be clear. Like we're talking National Player of the Year caliber stuff. There is a world Michael Brown is just transcendent, and McNeely's a role player, right? There is a world where Conwell is incredible too. We might have to put him in this conversation, but like we're not worried about Woolley or McNeely getting in the way of Michael Brown if he's that good.
I'm not worried about them getting in the way of Michael Brown, but sometimes, like, I think when you have that many good players around you, it takes away from your individual stats to where you won't look like it's the same thing with Braden. Like, I don't think anybody on Purdue is going to get in Braden's way, but is he going to average like 17 and 12 like we're expecting? Like, maybe not, just because the other guys are going to be involved a little bit.
Okay. All right. That's fair. All right. So we'll leave Michael and Acuff off then. You've talked me out of that. So we have the three freshmen, Braden Smith and JT Toppin. We run through a couple other nominees quickly. Does Trey Kaufman-Renn belong here?
Nah.
I would argue he does.
You think two Purdue players, even with Omer on the team?
So I know we said the opposite in a different video, but I think there is a world where Omer Meyer's addition makes both Braden and Omer sort of like as the guards both take a step back and just be facilitators and catch and shoot guys. And instead, it's like the singular thing is now this guy in the
Yeah.
post because we have two Bradens,
Yeah.
right? And if that happened, maybe Braden sets the assist record, but maybe TKR's scoring goes up from what was he like 21 a game last year to 25 a game this year? It could happen. I'm not saying it's likely, but I think there is a world where it happens, and that's the exercise right now.
I do think it could happen. I'm okay with him being on the list because you've convinced me of that world. If that happens, I want to cancel my 3 unit bet on Purdue winning the national championship,
I
though.
agree. It's not what's best for Purdue, but there is a world where it could happen. Running through some other things. Is there a world where anyone on Florida is good enough? Boogie Flanders, Avion Lee would have to be the answer.
It would have to be Boogie for me. I don't see it with Xavier.
I would say no for both, but I just wanted to fact check it.
Yeah, I would say no for both too, but if we went that route, it would have to be Boogie.
Houston, I don't think anyone's good enough. You got a problem with that?
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody's good enough on Houston.
UConn, I don't think anyone's good enough unless you want to talk me into like a solo ball breakout, but I'm not interested in that.
Nah,
Anyone on St. John's? Bryce Hopkins is very good. Ian Jackson could be the breakout, but to me, they're all way down the list here.
yeah, way down the list.
We put DeBonce on the list. Is there anyone else on BYU that belongs?
Saunders, maybe?
National Player of the Year feels steep for him,
I
but
think it's really steep for Rob Wright.
so then let's just keep it at AJ. We already did Louisville. You're not going to put Conwell on the list if you're not putting Michael on it, right?
Yeah, no, I think they cancel each other out.
Okay. Moving on. Is Axel Lendeborg on this list?
Has to be.
He does feel like he could be the singular star type with the numbers if Michigan's really good.
If Michigan's good, he's averaging 18 to 22 points per game, 10 boards, 4 or 5 assists.
Is Otega Owe on this list?
No, I wanted to make an argument for a Kentucky player, though. And I don't know
Uh-huh.
if he can be on the list, but barring health, is JQ not a National Player of the Year type of player?
I will be honest, I just flatly don't believe in JQ's ability to that extent. I think he could be an All-American, but not a National Player of the Year. I would put Owe on the list, but I'm interested in hearing your argument against it.
I think Owe is going to take a lesser role on this team. I think that's the primary focus of everything they've done is to bring him back, take the ball out of his hands some, and kind of play him to the role that would get him to the NBA. That doesn't mean I don't think he's going to be like all conference, but I don't think he's going to play a National Player of the Year type of role. The reason I would go the JQ route is I don't think anybody on Kentucky is going to play like National Player of the Year usage rate role type of thing. JQ is going to be the best defender in the country. If he also plays his role on offense, I think you could make some sort of argument for it.
Okay. All right. I'm so torn on it. I mean, the pitch to me for Otago would just be he is the best player on like a top two Kentucky team. But even then, I do feel like there would probably be a player with better numbers elsewhere. So you want to leave Otago off?
Yeah, I think they kind of cannibalize themselves.
Okay. All right. Outside of that, is there anyone else we haven't named? I mean, now we'd be looking at like breakout candidate types. I have maybe one to two that I would be open to.
Um, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
Tahad Pettiford.
Yeah, the I was gonna say Pettiford or Phylon maybe.
Would you put either one there right now or no?
I I do not believe in Tahad Pettiford. I do not believe in the guys that had every intention of leaving and came back for their sophomore year. I typically believe like if you do that, it means you're going to be there for 4 years. And I believe like Tahad's going to have some sort of drop off this year, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Last thing from me. Donovan Dent. Yes
Oh
or no?
yeah. Okay. I would throw that on the list.
All right. So that makes our official list. Braden Smith, JT Toppin, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, AJ DeBonsa, Trey Kaufman-Renn, Yaxel Lendeborg, Donovan Dent. Feels good.
I like that.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2K Labs or maybe college football labs because the people behind 2K Labs have just built something awesome. CFBLabs.com has everything you need to play college football 26 even better. Cart, you've been playing the game, right?
I have been, but I'm behind the eight ball, Gregory. There's a lot of people out there who got a little bit of edge on me, but the good folks over at 2K Labs got me covered. They got the playbooks I need, the plays, the head-to-head coaches, knowing some teams. Obviously, way too many college football teams. I need the inside edge here, and they got all different types of things to help me get that edge.
Yeah, I jumped in and started playing Road to Glory over the weekend, and I ended up like a two-star recruit that did not get one snap in season one because I chose the wrong school with the wrong roster that was way too loaded. Had I known that CFBLabs.com exists, I would have made a much more wise decision in my Road to Glory mode. They've got teams, playbooks, coaches, team comparison tools. You can literally see every single play in the game, every player in the game, their rating, what they're good at, all in one consolidated place online to help you make the right choices and win more games in college football 26. CFBLabs.com. Go check it out.